What time's the Eagles?
Tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're all staggered out.
Staggered out. We're going live.
All right, live,
Live.
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 Um, live. Dude, quit pissing on the floor. Oh,
That's the official We're Live sound effect.
2022 lineup help week 2. Questions answered. 2022 lineup help week 2. Questions answered. 2022 lineup. Okay, well shit. Oh, it's funny because I could hear myself say that twice because you were listening to the stream.
Yeah, I want to make sure we can hear both of our mics.
Yo, what's good, Sean? Welcome back. Welcome back. Out, bring them out.
Sean Cotter.
Oh man, so much going on. There's like I woke up at 2 and like saw like certain players are out, and then like some players are questionable still, but probably going to be out, and then some players, whatever, all this shit. I started like making adjustments, started throwing players around, and then woke up again at 6, and I was like, it like all changed again, and I'm like, okay, well, got time to make another adjustment to all my lineups. Like I got Kamara in 5 leagues, so it kind of changed things up. But what's up, Soap? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Wait, so if Kamara's not playing this game, is
Mark Ingram a play? Yeah.
I don't think it's a huge play though.
The issue with Ingram is that he's still questionable. He's injured himself, so
Probable.
he's gonna play, but he just like he might be on like a snap count, and then Tony Jones might get some play time, and it's I don't think it increases it as much as you'd think.
I think I'm gonna play Donovan Peoples-Jones instead.
EPJ.
Yeah. Just had a good feeling
Corey-
about Donovan Peoples-Jones this week, dude, against the Jets. Like this is his week. And it's that contract league, so it's full PPR.
Corey Davis or Paris Campbell, dude, that is so tough. Sounds like, are you playing both of them, or you just need to decide which one to play? I mean, I'm probably playing Corey Davis, but Paris Campbell could have a crazy workload with Pittman out this week. It's hard to say because Paris hasn't done shit since he got there. Corey Davis had a really good week last week too with the 10 targets.
Tyler.
Swift and Gibson. Swift and Gibson. Yeah, since Juju had an egg. Damn.
The Campbell was going against Jacksonville this week, though.
Yeah, but I mean, what does that say? They I don't think they did that bad against us, to be honest. There was just a couple of breakaway plays.
Second most points to receivers.
I think I play Swift over Gibson.
I think you always play Swift over Gibson, no matter what.
Yeah, I think if he's playing, then you just have to do it. And then I say Corey Davis. What do you say, Paris Campbell or Corey Davis?
Juju had an egg, needed scoring. I mean, if you need somebody to pop off, I feel like Corey Davis has a better chance of dropping 20 than Paris Campbell does.
For me, it's hard to tell, honestly. My computer is so slow right now. I don't get it.
But I almost feel like Paris Campbell's a little safer, but I don't know how much safer. So what's with Swift? Why are we? What's is he,
Swift is injured. He's on a snap count. They're saying. They said his ankle.
they said he may have to be selective with his usage.
Or no, they're saying it'll depend on game script. And they're saying, I've heard like 15 different reports. It's like it's all over the place. I'm probably just playing Swift over Gibson just because I like him a lot. But and Swift against Washington, that's pretty safe, I think. But Gibson against Detroit is kind of safe too. So kind of. Honestly, yeah. I'm Swift. I'm Swift heavy though. Just go with your stud.
Yeah, I agree. I think if he plays, you start him.
And Tyler, we're going Wentz all day over Danny Dimes, Mr. Trevor Lawrence. It's Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz season. 4 tutties last week, 2 errant passes for INTs. The only reason I wouldn't play him is if you had like a -6 INT rule or something like that.
-6. -4, you still play him. -6, that's where it gets too much.
-4, yeah, because I mean I put him on 2 to 3 picks, but probably 3 to 4 touchdowns. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Rodgers, but I'm going Rodgers. I hope Rodgers has a bounce back this week. My dad asked Matt Ryan or who was this other guy this week? Oh, he had Davis Mills. I was like, go Mills. Avoid Ryan at all costs. With Pittman out, I'm not feeling it. They're going to really depend on Jonathan Taylor today.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's hard though. But
Like they have to depend on Jonathan Taylor. I think the only way that like he gets a touchdown, Matt Ryan, is if he's kicking it off to Nyheim Hines or something.
well, yeah, it's not even close. It's Wentz all day then. No, I think Rodgers is to play. As disgusting as it feels, he always bounces back week 2, especially against the Bears. So I think
-1 for INTs, bro. None of my leagues are -1 for INTs. All of them are way more. It's either 2 to 4. That's not even like that bad, honestly. Your player could throw like 6 INTs and you're still like you can still have a great week.
11 people in the chat right now. Damn, we're going.
Yeah, we got folks around, man. They all woke up. They said, "All right, living the fantasies. Waking up at 9 now. We're rock and roll."
I said I need help last week, but this week, shoot.
Let's bust studded. We're need answers.
You kind of lag there, man.
Oh shit, I'm lagging over here.
Well, you're good. You cut out for about.
No, I'm watching it on the stream. I'm glitching all over the place. I'm hardwired, bro. It makes no sense.
Faulty Cat 6, dude.
Faulty Cat 6. Go Jerry. What is this guy talking about? Jerry Jones? Is that who he's talking about?
Yes, as good as mine.
Go Jerry. I mean, Jerry's not on the field, right? That would mean problems for the Cowboys.
I don't know if Jerry would be that much worse than Cooper Rush.
Bro, one of the guys was like on the Boomer Bust thing. He was like, "Oh, I say CeeDee Lamb gets over 170 yards today." And he breaks Michael Irvin's record for most yards for a backup, like receiving yards with a backup quarterback or some shit for the Cowboys. Yeah, I disagree too.
I think Cooper Rush.
So one of the other guys said, he's like, man, one day there was 8 touchdowns between these 2 quarterbacks. Like he's like, today I see Mac Jones and Trubisky are going to combine for at least 8 interceptions. He like ended with interceptions. Everybody's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. It was pretty good guess.
Jeez.
Cowboys 0-7. That'd be impressive.
That's gonna happen. It's not out of the realm.
No, they're gonna go 8-9. They're gonna find a way to go 8-9 and have a dog shit draft pick again.
Start 2, Mike Evans and Thomas for me. I'm benching more in that lineup. I'm gonna get to Sam's question, but I just have to do that first because Sam's is a.
I agree.
Very
Deshaun's
well
right.
loaded.
You're right about Deshaun's question. That's what I mean. Mike Evans and
Sean's
Mike
right
Thomas.
when he plays those picks is what is what he meant.
Mike Evans is injured right now, but I think that they just like kept him out to like give him a rest. I think he'll be fine.
I do not start Elliott in any circumstance there. So you're picking between Jacobs, McLaurin, and Judy, and
I don't know if that's true. Sam, we'll answer your question, but you're going to be around the whole show, so we don't have to worry about it too much.
You can't just throw your lineup in there and get on a meeting and answer there.
I mean, it was a pretty long question. You said you're not playing Elliott there?
Yeah, I can't play Elliott.
Oh, it's standard league.
I think standard helps him out, but
That's tough, man. I really like McLaurin today, to be honest.
I kind of want to say McLaurin, Judy, but it's standard, so I'm thinking like, do we throw in Jacobs? Like, but
Yeah,
Judy
I'm tempted on Judy. How did Judy? Like Judy did pretty well last week, didn't he?
He had one really long bomb touchdown though, and that was kind of it. You know, like he had some targets, but like he didn't do bad by any means. And against Houston, it's tough. But I don't love Jacobs either. Like he didn't. This could be a bounce back week against Arizona though. I'm gonna lock in Terry McLaurin and Jacobs for now. Let's do that.
I'm feeling Terry and Jacobs. I like that.
Sam, you better calm down before you get booted from the chat.
Yeah, we might have to put her on a timeout.
That's the right timeout, yeah.
Permanent timeout. Bro, Mo was first. I don't know, Sam. The stream delay. You're out in Auburn. You know, it's a little spotty out there.
There's still smoke in the air.
I think it came through a little later than you think. She says she throws her whole lineup in there and says choose 4.
So RB2, I'm going Penny and Patterson. Under no circumstances do I want anything to do with Stevenson. The Patriots running back usage last week was disgusting. We thought it was 2 people, but then they threw Montgomery in there for half of them too. So they're all split. It's like a third time
He's got Curtis Samuel too, though.
Patterson did good. Penny is Penny. You just
Dude,
you go with those guys.
If it wasn't standard, I throw Curtis Samuel in there, but it's standard league. I don't think Samuel's going to get any touchdowns. I think he's just going to get like 6 catches or 6 to 8 catches.
Yeah, I think you still go with Patterson though because
Patterson, Penny, dude, but also
Patterson's going to get the workload. Like Williams is still out.
Oh, you have to pick a.
Or is he talking like another one after that? 'Cause after that, I start Curtis. I'm not starting Stevenson.
It's together. So it would be like he has to pick between Patterson and Penny for his RB2, and then now he has to pick between like Curtis Samuel, Penny, and Stevenson for his flex position.
I mean, I bench Stevenson, so that's the answer.
Do you bench Curtis Samuel over Penny though? Or like, what do you take Penny over Samuel? Or do you just go Patterson Samuel or Patterson Penny?
I feel like I get Penny. Well, they are playing SF.
Yeah, they're playing SF, and Kenneth Walker's back today.
I'm not too worried about Kenneth Walker this week, though. I think they have to ease him.
Why not? I mean, even if they do ease him in, that eats into his shares.
I think
he only had like 12 carries last week.
I think based off of last week, I guess Curtis Samuel, over Penny.
Yeah. The thing is, if Penny gets a touchdown, if Penny gets a touchdown, then that's worth it. But otherwise, I don't know if it's that worth it to play Penny. Because 12 carries for 60 yards, he's getting 6 points. That's what he got last week. And then you take Curtis Samuel, and he had a bunch of catches, but probably about the same amount of yards, pretty close.
It is a standard league though too, so I don't know.
But against Detroit, Curtis Samuel should be getting some catches too. Should be the same as last week.
You need some yards because catches doesn't do
Yeah.
anything for him.
Yeah, exactly.
55 and a touchdown. If he doesn't have a touchdown though, he might be pretty
I
shit.
I probably go Patterson Curtis honestly, and just rock and roll with it. He'll be my homer coming out though, so.
Yeah, I mean, I would rank the tier list: Patterson, Samuel, and then Penny, and then Stevenson. I'd want no part of. So
Sam's just spamming the chat.
I'm going. I don't know how to answer that. Patterson or the Chase Edmonds Mark Ingram run. That's tough.
I think I go Mark Ingram. I'm really like hesitant to play Chase Edmonds after last week. Like, I did not enjoy his production. I thought he was going to do a little bit better, but his yards per carry were kind of ass. And Mark Ingram, he's shown productive when he's like the workhorse. This is the first time like all season that he's going to be the workhorse, and probably one of the last times, depending on what happens with Kamara.
I think I'm still gonna go Chase Edmonds. Just hope that he bounces back. Just because like he has the lead role. Both defenses are not defenses I'm excited to play against. And Ingram, I feel like he was injured this week too. So how
The injury is the only thing that concerns me. Aside from that, I think he's fine.
Yeah, I'm just praying that Edmonds gets like a bunch of catches and hopefully gets something out of it.
All right, let's go back to Sam's question. See if we can take care of her. Yeah, we're a little split on that one. I want to pick any excuse that I possibly can to play Mark Ingram, and Chase Edmonds is that excuse. Like I don't have many lineups
they're pretty
where
even.
I can't.
Yeah, they're pretty even. I hate playing both of them though because Tampa's defense, dude. They're stout run defense. It's scary.
Alberto over Gesicki all day long for me, but you may have something else.
I have the same. I don't want Gesicki in any format.
Yeah, I like Gesicki, but
he's a beast tight end,
Alberto,
not in that offense.
Yeah, Alberto's been productive so far. He's had had 6 targets, four catches, like 30-something yards, whatever. That's not crazy, but like, I don't know. I like his upside. I like what he brings to the table. I hope they start using him more and not just like using every single tight end possible. That's kind of what they've been doing. Just kind of like they have like 6 tight ends on roster and they're using all of them. All right, Sammy. So you said Brandon Cooks, Jalen Waddle, Deontay Johnson, James Conner, Swift, and James Robinson. Choose 4.
Want to hear my take?
And that's what?
My take is James Conner, Swift, Deontay Johnson, and Brandon Cooks.
Swift, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks. So you're sitting Jalen Waddle, James Conner, and
no, I'm
who?
sitting Jalen Waddle and Robinson.
Robinson. Okay.
Robinson and both those guys could still do. I mean, they're
sitting
all players,
Waddle.
so.
Sitting Waddle, I'm cool with. I think that he's the worst player in the bunch. Robinson though makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, but who are you gonna start over him?
Exactly. Or who are you gonna not start over him?
I feel like because Cooks got 12 targets last week. Every single time Mills, like I was telling you last year, dude. Every time Mills is in the lineup with Cooks does good. So I don't know. And I expect that game they need to get some scores going. So they're gonna have to throw the ball. And then Deontay is the other one that I'm like a little nervous about because he didn't really do all that much until the very end of the game. I feel like, but the dude was peppered with targets still. So I don't know. He still just. I think he's still around with Johnson based on volume.
I think my biggest, like the person I might not play is James Conner. Who does Conner got this week? He's got the Raiders.
Yeah.
I could find a world where I don't play James Conner and play James Robinson instead.
Yeah, I mean it's toss up. Connor's the touchdown machine.
Not last week, he wasn't.
He got one.
Oh, he did, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Touchdown, 26 yards receiving or rushing, and then
Whatever.
He had 5 catches. That was like where he got most of his points.
Yeah.
If you're a PPR person, he had like six yards per catch, and that was.
But nothing really changes because he's gonna have the same offense going to week 2. No Hopkins.
Oh yeah, I know that, but yeah, I mean, I guess he's a little bit safer than Robinson. The Jags could end up putting Etienne in for more plays this week. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't mind that take. Taysom or Dameon Pierce? Oh, Doolin or McKenzie? I'm definitely going McKenzie. I mean, Doolin would just be like it's like finding a needle in a haystack, man. It's like pretty lucky.
Pretty much.
I can't find a world where I'd play him.
Yeah, I'd rather just come McKenzie, and I mean, with that offense, McKenzie any week can just pop off for a touchdown and a bunch of yards. He's got Josh Allen at quarterback. Like,
I mean, if Ashton Doolin shouldn't be like. Doolin shouldn't be the number 1, right? I mean, it's just it's Paris Campbell season, is it?
I don't know enough about that offense to quite frankly probably give an appropriate answer, but
yeah, I mean, it's going to be all luck. That's the biggest issue. It's like Nyheim Hines is there, Kylan Granson, Mo Ali Cox, Paris Campbell, Pierce and Pittman are both gone.
Oh, Pierce is hurt too?
Yeah. So Doolin's the wide receiver 2 technically, or wide receiver 1, depending on how you look at it.
That's interesting.
But it's just like, who the hell knows, right? Like, McKenzie, I feel like, they said that Gabriel Davis is out, right? And McKenzie's kind of that gadget type.
I mean, shit, if they're both out and you want to, I mean, this is the only time in the world
in a million years you're going to play them.
You're going to be able to play them.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot, though. It's pretty much just guessing. I'd probably just go McKenzie and play it safe. It's PPR. McKenzie will definitely get his catches.
Well, I don't know. He just catches last week with 3.
Yeah, but last week Gabriel Davis was playing also. He didn't see the field as much as he would probably this week. But anyway, Taysom Hill or Dameon Pierce.
Well, I don't think Gabe is out though yet.
He's not.
They say he's questionable. He's limited Saturday.
Oh, it's kind of confusing.
I mean, even if he's limited, how much time does he get? I don't know.
It's funny. It's funny because they don't even need Gabe Davis to be successful. Like, the Bills are just the Bills, man. They have so many weapons. I don't know. I just lean Isaiah McKenzie. Ashton Doolin has some upside, but
I'm with you on that one. I think I just at that point it just becomes which quarterback do you like better.
Yeah, and I like my Josh Allen. I think he's gonna have a great day, and he doesn't necessarily even have to hit McKenzie for like a majority of the targets. He just has to hit him for a few,
Or he hits him with one 50-yard touchdown, you're good. Like,
which is what McKenzie's capable of.
Which quarterback is capable of giving you a higher probability?
Yeah, I think the Colts.
That's how you have to look at it.
The Colts get smacked. Taysom Hill or Dameon Pierce. For me, it's
So to me, it's do you have any more players?
Yeah, I hate them both. I want to go with. I don't know. I
kind of want to go with Hill, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I just can't say it out loud, so I'll just let you say it, and I'll agree.
I think you just hope that Hill has a breakout touchdown or something, because Pierce ain't gonna do it.
There's got to be somebody else though. Like, you can't just have that.
I go to the waiver wire and grab Zach Moss.
Embarrassing. Samson week 2 playing Dameon Pierce or Taysom Hill.
I told her not to draft Pierce, man. I told her. Oh, she reached every time. I'm just playing.
Christian Kirk, Mooney or Chase Claypool or Paris Campbell. How'd Christian Kirk do week 1? I didn't actually see anything about him.
So you leaving the defensive question to me, I see.
Oh, I'm not answering it. I don't do defenses.
Yeah,
I get my defense questions wrong every single week. I picture a game script in my brain and it never goes according to plan. Oh, Kirk did pretty well week 1, 6 for 117. Kind of what we expected.
I think this week you play Cincinnati.
I'm going Christian Kirk.
I want as many pieces against that Dallas Cowboy team.
Oh, it's against Cowboys? Yeah, it's Cincinnati all day long.
Well,
Browns defense is decent though.
Well, Browns are going as Jets, so that should also be
Jets,
good.
yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like Browns have potential, like to give.
But oh wait, actually, I was gonna say, did you see what Joe Flacco said about the Browns? And I was like, oh wait, no, that actually didn't happen. That was a troll tweet. That shit was so funny.
I didn't even. I didn't know it was a troll. I thought it was.
It was
real.
like, no, it was a troll. It was a troll.
Gotcha.
I got more wins than any of the Browns, like against the Browns. And the Browns do it. Like anybody on the Browns has playing for the Browns. Something like that.
No way.
17
Burkhead
wins.
keeps up that load. The thing is I don't think it matters who has the load. That team, you don't want the running back regardless. Regardless, the running back there can get 100 snaps, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, remember who was that? David Johnson. David Johnson used to play there. Remember?
And then Lamar Miller had like 8 to 10 points a week.
Nobody's been successful there.
That's just not good.
Jameis playing with 4 fractures in his back. All right. Well, I go Christian Kirk over Mooney, Chase Claypool, or Paris Campbell. That's just me.
Yeah, it's not close for me either. Kirk is just way better than all of them.
If you had to pick a second player, it'd be Chase Claypool. Third player, Paris Campbell. Third or fourth, Mooney.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Young Hoku or Gay.
Oh, I will say Mooney could bounce back this week.
He could, but why do that to yourself when you have 3 other options that are solid?
Oh, I'm not, don't play him over Christian Kirk by any means. I just
Or Claypool or Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
Like I don't even like playing Paris Campbell. I'd still play him over Mooney just because the upside.
Yeah.
I go Young Hoku over Gay.
I agree. Koo is
Young,
the man.
He's the #1 guy in the league, pretty much.
Is Mike Ingram to start or no? I mean, depends on who you have, but I'd say no.
Yeah, I'd say on average no, but if you don't have anybody else, then just toss him in there.
The issue is he's playing against Tampa Bay, and he's also the kind of guy his own injuries going on. If he was going against like, I don't know, some easy piece of shit team, then I would say, okay, cool. I have no problem with you slotting him in there. But against Tampa, like, that's tough. He could do well, but I just would rather go a different direction if I have the choice.
Yep. Ertz or Alberto, it's just Ertz. Ertz is straight production from in Arizona until Hop comes back at least.
Yeah, you go Ertz, but it's.
I like Alberto, but he's not going to get nearly as much of a workload as Ertz.
I mean, he didn't have that much last week though. He only had 4 touchdowns. He actually had more last week.
What do you got? Well, I mean, 4 catches, right?
Yeah, he got the touchdown, saved his week, honestly.
Yeah.
But
they just have so many options to like spread the ball around too in Denver. I like Alberto. He's like one of my top like probably 7 tight ends this season, but Ertz is a beast.
yeah, and Ertz is probably fully healthy this week rather than last week. He was kind of questionable.
Banged up, yeah.
So hopefully that helps him. What's the news on Kittle? He's a piece of shit. I'm never drafting him again. That's why. That's the news on Kittle.
Football fan, you can't play Chris Godwin. He's injured. Oh wait. Oh, you're saying he's got all those guys out. He's got Pittman, Kamara, Chris Godwin, Van Jefferson, all out.
Kittle's just got a groin injury. He's limited. He's not playing. 2nd week in a row. I don't know when he's going to be back. I hope next week, but I don't know.
Fuck Kittle.
Groins are tough.
We don't talk about Kittle on this stream.
I feel like whenever you get a groin injury or hamstring injury, that's like just 2 lingering dog shit injuries you hate to see.
Football fan, you're either going to be dropping Dontrell Hilliard or Gallup. I don't really mind. Or actually, Dontrell Hilliard or Van Jefferson probably. Either of those guys would be fine. Hilliard is only really good if somebody gets injured. Like he's pretty much a backup.
Yeah, you're kind of just well. I mean, you could drop him or Gallup.
Yeah, I don't mind dropping Gallup too, but Gallup at least should come back and have like a quote unquote role.
quote unquote roll week whenever Dak comes back.
Whenever Dak comes back,
I'm not playing him
exactly.
with Cooper Rush. So.
But I don't think he's going to be back until basically then anyway. So
you might be able to just drop Gallup and then scoop him up next week again if you really wanted him, though. Like, because if I see Gallup on my waiver wire, you think I'm picking him up? Come on.
I mean, are you picking up Hilliard on your waiver wire?
I mean, if I'm really
No.
needing a running back,
No, no, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not wrong, but
I'm like, come on, be honest with yourself.
it depends on the league. If you're in like
You're like
18 man,
like 20 man league.
it's an 18 man league, dude. I'm picking up Hilliard.
I'm scooping. Yeah.
Scooping.
Mike Evans over Deontay for me, but he's a little shaken up this week. I'm not sitting Mike Evans. So he just comes out every week and does his thing.
Yeah, you can't sit Mike Evans, especially with everybody else hurt. Like, it's tough.
Well, I like that question. James Robinson or Ramondre? I'll go James Robinson all day long.
Yeah, it's an easy James Robinson for me too.
Just off of like, that's just me. You know, that's what I would pick.
I mean, I think that's most people. Robinson showed out last week. He got more of a workload than everybody expected. He's solid. And worst case scenario, he's in a time split with two people, like him and Travis Etienne. But Ramondre Stevenson, if you look at the snap count last week, it was like him, Damian Harris, and then also Ty Montgomery got like a large majority too. So I want zero part in that backfield, and I want zero part in that team as a whole. So.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I like Ramondre, but I honestly think that their other running back should have Damian Harris should have more workload. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, I like him as a player, and like if he's on a different team for sure. But,
Damian Harris, yeah.
Well, either of them, honestly.
Yeah, Ramondre would probably be fine on like Arizona or something.
Yeah.
If James Conner wasn't there, obviously. I go Claypool over Stevenson too. Claypool's like second most in targets.
Yeah, Stevenson's really only gonna have value if he somehow gets a touchdown, and even then he could get a touchdown and still have like 10 points on the day, So I don't see it. Claypool has way more upside.
Man, football.
Football. I'm just really sad I have to wait till tomorrow to see my team play.
But you get to watch Washington today.
I do. That is true.
You're so lucky.
I get to watch the Lions play again.
Bro, I got to 93 overall in 2K last night.
93? Damn, I'm at 92 now.
Yeah. 84. Yesterday I played 2K probably from like 6 a.m. to like fucking 2 p.m. It was disgusting.
I would have played longer.
Yeah, I couldn't play any longer. I couldn't do it. I might have played longer. I don't think so though.
Do you play with Ken?
No, just me.
Weird.
Dude, I was trying to get my my fashion ranking up so that I could get a contract with Jordan.
So that's what I was looking at too. I was looking at all the different like stuff. I was like, man, I gotta work on these, man. Some of them
Took
are up there,
forever.
and then some of them are like low. I don't know.
I did all the J. Cole stuff, so I played the 15 games at each, like 5 games at each of the courts. It was unreal.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of the side quests, and I mean, all of them honestly. I gotta play one game, and then I get a few quests figured out or done. I'm trying to get that championship belt, bro. That shit looks nice.
Injured Higgins or Boyd? Dude, Sam, I got the same question. I played Higgins, but I had Boyd in for the longest time until Dad told me to play Higgins. Like, I really have a feeling that Boyd's gonna have a better day, but I went with Higgins.
I go Higgins too. I'm doing the same thing in my league. Like I picked up Boyd, and then I was like, I still play Higgins.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Lamar or Kirk Cousins?
I would go Logan Thomas. That's exactly what I did. I benched Kittle. I picked up Logan Thomas. I mean, Higby's a valid option too, I guess, but Higby had 11 targets last week. I mean, Higby might be safer even, honestly, but I just feel like Logan Thomas has a lot more chance of getting a touchdown, a lot more upside.
Hey Kyle, would you play Lamar Jackson or Kirk Cousins.
Don't you always play Lamar?
Oh, you always play Lamar, he says. Screw it. Alright. With Kittle out, who should I pick up between Logan Thomas, Taysom, or Higbee? I've been picking up Conklin in all my leagues if he's free agent, but I think that you can play Taysom and just pray that he gets like a bunch of touchdowns. Logan Thomas is also fine. I steer clear of Higbee because he has limited upside. I think Logan Thomas or Taysom have way more upside. But honestly,
Higbee had 11 targets last week.
I don't care.
I guess the
I don't like
Falcons.
Higbee. I don't like Higbee at all.
Yeah.
He'll do that. He'll have maybe 11 targets or whatever, but I haven't seen him do shit, honestly.
Every time you think he's gonna do, he does shit. Like last year, dude, he does good or like almost does good, and then you're like, oh, next week is gonna be his breakout, and then next week's like even worse. And you're like, fuck.
I mean, my issue with Logan Thomas is that we don't really even get to the red zone because like Carson Wentz either throws a pick by then or he throws a touchdown. We never get to we didn't get to the red zone like all last week, and we scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I picked up Logan Thomas and played him instead of Kittle. That was my thing. I agree. I don't like Higbee. There's something about Higbee that I really just don't like. He just looks like shit. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he outscored those guys. I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I think there's probably a better option somewhere on free agency.
I don't know, man. I picked up Logan. I don't mind Logan Thomas. That's one of my go-to. Like I picked up Logan Thomas over OJ Howard.
Oh yeah, I pick up Logan Thomas, Taysom Hill, or Higbee over OJ Howard. OJ Howard, that was a fluke.
Okay.
My opinion, that's a fluke. He may have touchdown upside, but like, that's it. That's all he's got. He had 2 catches for 2 touchdowns.
That's how the Texans tight ends are too, man. They always do that every time.
Yeah. In the flex, Breece Hall, Eli Moore, Renfro, KJ Osborne. Do I risk it and just leave in Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis on Monday or is that late tonight?
I think it's later tonight.
Dude, that's
actually no. Is it Monday? I think it might be doubleheader Monday.
And all those guys are today, right? All those guys are in the morning.
I think so. I think I just play Elijah Moore. I don't like Breece Hall just yet. I just feel like Michael Carter's getting too much of the workload. He's not established yet.
I'm not going Renfro or Osborne.
I'm not going Renfro or Osborne.
It's either Eli Moore or Breece Hall. Yeah, I think that Gabe Davis is probably going to be out this week. I have him out in my lineups right now, just to be safe. Yeah, it's probably Eli Moore. I wish Breece Hall could, like, I feel like their line isn't good enough for Breece Hall to do anything. Like, he's going to get his catches, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying it last week. I'm not a huge Renfro fan this season. I think that the targets that he had last year were just because he had no one else to throw to. Waller was hurt.
I think he'll still get his targets, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as much. Like, Waller, they're expanding his route tree. Devontae just got, like, 11 targets last week or something stupid, or, like, 14 targets or
like
something.
30 or some crazy percentage of like targets in that offense last week.
Yeah, he was such a huge target share.
I think there's going to be games where Renfro just has a decent game. He gets a touchdown, a couple catches.
It's so hit or miss. Yeah,
it's just not going to be. It's not going to be the Renfro year.
Yeah, and I don't feel confident in Breece Hall yet.
And I don't play Osborne over Eli Moore. So.
Me either. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it. Eli Moore. Sit or start Stafford or Murray, Najee, Edmonds, James Robinson. I just play Najee.
I play Murray.
And you could play Murray. I think that Stafford's going to have a better day.
Yeah, I know you think that.
Stafford's got too many weapons not to be productive. I mean, last week he got screwed up because he was going against a really, really, strong defense and with some good scheming.
Would it be dumb to play James Robinson over Najee?
Yeah.
Najee against the Patriots.
You don't draft somebody in the top 10 and then not play him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing Edmonds for sure. I almost just feel like James Robinson's gonna be better than Najee today, though. That's my thing. But
He probably will be, but I'm not sitting him. I'm not sitting Najee. Because when Najee goes off for 3 touchdowns, then you feel like a fucking idiot.
yeah, well, I hear
And
that.
if James Robinson gets 17 points or something, and Najee, let's say, gets like 12, I'm not gonna at the end of the day go, dang it, I should have played James Robinson instead of Najee. I'll be like, well, what was I gonna do? You know, like just for feeling like a pure fucking idiot, like I've got to go with Najee.
Yeah, I hear. I hear. Just want to get your take on that because
And I think he's gonna be more productive as long as he's like in the game and doesn't get injured again or any of that stuff.
yeah,
I do like James Robinson a lot, though. I wish I would have drafted more shares.
so I'm assuming
I got a
that's-
few.
So I'm assuming that question is Devontae Smith. So I'm going Boyd. I don't like Lockett at all this year because Geno Smith does not hit Lockett. We saw it last year. Devontae Smith, I love him as a player, don't get me wrong, but I did not like him coming into this year because A.J. Brown was there. And Devontae, I couldn't see him consistently doing well. He's going to have some good weeks, but I don't think he's going to have that many. So I'm not a fan. Campbell, with the injuries, could be good this week, but
I go Boyd, man.
I'd rather just go Boyd.
I go Boyd over all of them. I just
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
it's a snap Boyd for me. I'm not playing Lockett over much better receivers than
I almost dropped Lockett this week.
or much
honestly.
worse receivers than Boyd.
I thought about dropping Lockett. I was like that close to just dropping Lockett. I'm gonna give him one
I-
more week
I
and
almost
then
did.
drop him.
I almost did too. He's not great with Geno.
Yeah, I got him in one league before the Geno news. It was like an early preseason draft, and then I was like, well, never mind.
Geno or J Rob? How do you feel about that?
Geno.
Is it 4 points per INT or is it 2 or 1? I'm curious on that. Because if it's like 4 points for INT, then like you're losing like 8 points probably from Geno.
Geno's playing SF though too. The problem is I like James Robinson this week a little bit, just a little bit, not much.
I mean, I'm playing him in all my best ball league or my not best ball DFS leagues.
I think you go Geno, man, because James Robinson could come out and get 9 points, and then you just feel like an idiot for not starting Geno.
Who's Jacksonville playing again?
Indy.
Dude, I want to just go J Rob.
It's possible.
I think James Robinson has like 17 points this week. So if you think that Geno's gonna have more than that, then I'd probably go Geno. But I've got a good feeling about James.
Yeah, there's a chance that Robinson just has like 9, and then Geno could be better at like 15.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I feel like Geno's kind of safer in a weird way.
It's always safer to play quarterback for the most part.
Yeah.
It's like the safe play because all they have to do is go out there and not play like absolute shit for an entire game.
I'm starting Bateman over all those guys.
Me too.
Hines,
Well, I like Hines a little bit, but
Hines a little bit, but not over Bateman. Hines is going to get some receptions and whatnot, but he's not going to be.
he's not going to be Bateman.
He's not going to be Bateman. I mean, he might. I mean, I guess with the receivers that are injured, he could get more of a workload, but I would rather just play Bateman. Stevenson, I've been saying it all stream. I don't want a part of that offense at all. Montgomery's involved too now, so it's just not my cup of tea. Akers, you can't play Akers until he actually shows that he has some sort of a volume or does anything at all.
All right, and then we got Drake London, Robbie Anderson, Ayuk, pick 2. For me, it's just Drake London, Robbie Anderson. I don't want to play Ayuk.
Yeah, I think I'm saying the same. I was literally just looking at Brandon Ayuk just to
Double check his stats and everything, see what he did.
reaffirm. I want to see how that offense shakes out a little bit more before I start benching people. Like, I think
That was a terrible week for SF to even judge anything. So it's like
it's hard to judge off of, but
Trey Lance in the strip club after a fucking 19-10 loss to a bad team.
Drake London is the number one receiver there, and I think Anderson has a really good week this week. I like Anderson, so that's my take.
Start 3 standard. What the fuck's going on with our stream? Start 3 standard. CD, Sutton, Penny, Marquise Brown. Standard. I mean, you always just got to throw CD in the mix.
I don't know how much you can trust him. I mean, I'm starting Sutton for sure.
Yeah, I think it's CD, Sutton, and then probably Penny. Who are they playing out there?
Penny's playing SF. Marquise Brown's playing the Raiders. I'm playing Marquise Brown for sure, but
Marquise, yeah, it's Marquise over. Yeah, I don't want to pick Penny against the.
It's Sutton and Brown, and then if you want to play CD or Penny, that's where I come into question. Actually, believe it or not,
I'm playing CD, Sutton for sure, and then probably Marquise. I'm not playing Penny over CD. You crazy?
I can't stand CD Lamb right now, though, dude.
No way, though.
So bad.
I disagree.
That team is just fucked.
CD is the only person he should be targeting. And last time that Cooper Rush was playing with CD, he threw like a shit ton of yards to the man.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't play him. I'm just saying that I'm worried. Like, I think you just bench Penny.
No, yeah, I do too. Last time CD Lamb played with Cooper Rush, he went off. So, A-Rob, Etienne, Michael Thomas, Kareem Hunt. I go Michael Thomas, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at too.
I'm not playing Robinson. He sucks. Etienne, I think, could have a good day, but
I want to wait and see what Etienne and A-Rob do before we even go that route. And we already know Michael Thomas is Michael Thomas, and Kareem Hunt's elite when he's healthy. So
Etienne I can get behind. Like if you wanted to play him over, I guess Kareem because it's PPR. But I'm probably not doing it myself. I'm 100% not doing it myself. So I kind of would never tell you to do that. I could see it though.
Jared says definitely start Hunt, so he's on the same page. Hunt's a fucking dog, dude. When he's healthy, healthy.
Hunt is a champion when he's healthy. He's like a top. I was looking at like where he ended up in the past like 5 years, and every single year he's top 10, except for the years where he got injured.
Yeah, pretty much. He's the top 12 running back like every year.
Even with like Cleveland, even with Nick Chubb in front of him forever.
No, he's always a great value when you're able to draft him. He's like one of the few players where he doesn't need volume to be a beast because he's just so fucking good.
Yep.
I think Hollywood could go off. I think he could have a solid day. I think he could even have a shit day, but I don't think he's gonna have a shit day.
I don't think he's gonna have as bad of a day as some other guys.
I think he'll get at least 10 points.
He's worth a start. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Edmonds or Michael Thomas. For me, it's Michael Thomas. He has way more upside. Edmonds doesn't have that upside.
Yeah, it's Michael Thomas every PPR. Week.
It is after seeing him week 1. I was not comfortable playing him last week because I wanted to see him actually go out there and play. Every single year we hear, oh, Michael Thomas back to 2019 form. Michael Thomas back to 2019 form. And it's been 3 years of that. You can't blame me for being skeptical. Now that I've seen him do it 1 week, I'm ready.
I mean, I don't blame you. I just also think that you take the risk sometimes on certain players. And
last week, I do not take the risk. I would not have ever.
Well, let me tell you, I took the risk and it paid the fuck off. Woo!
Well, the only leagues I lost were leagues where I'm probably going to lose for the rest of the year anyway, because I took on some dynasty orphans that suck, that are absolutely terrible, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got Kamara in one of them. I'm going to trade Kamara as soon as he gets back to healthy. There's no point in me having him on a terrible dynasty.
I'm playing Sutton over all 3. Purple Ninja. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Sutton's the number 1 guy in that list of guys there, and then after that, maybe Marquise Brown, and then CD.
Is Odell gonna play somewhere? Saints Bucks to support college teammate Jarvis. I thought him and Jarvis didn't like each other anymore. Am I wrong? That's crazy. That's wild.
but you're still here, bro, for the last 10 minutes.
Gosh, welcome in.
So, Leo, what do we think of Aaron Jones? We don't like him at all. Last year, we saw that they went away from Aaron Jones, and he wasn't getting the volume. They were starting to go to Dillon, and then all of a sudden we came into this year, and everybody was hyping up Aaron Jones. Oh, Devontae's not going to be there. Aaron Jones is getting the targets. But then I'm like, dude, we saw Dillon last year eating the passing game as well, so I didn't like it going into the year.
Yep.
There's too much volume going to Dillon.
I'm starting AJ Dillon in every single league right now. Every league where I have him, he's playing.
It's very clear that they're trying to like transition away from Aaron Jones into Dillon, and then eventually just get rid of fucking Aaron Jones altogether.
Honestly, it took 2 years too long, but whatever.
But I mean, obviously if you drafted Aaron Jones this year, you still play him. He's still going to be good. There's enough volume to go around to where they both can be good, but I don't think Aaron Jones has like the enormous upside that everybody in the fantasy community thought. And I don't know why they thought that to begin with, to be honest. But hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love the man. I traded Aaron Jones a few years back to try to get Swift. I traded like Marquise Brown and Aaron Jones for Swift, basically straight up. And it's taken a few years, but I think it was finally worth it.
Yeah, Taj, you play Burks pretty much 95% of the time. Nico, I don't want any part of until we see him do anything consistently, I guess. Whereas Burks has more upside just because he has the elite potential.
Yeah, Burks for me. I like Nico, but full PPR, start Etienne, Elijah Moore, Curtis Samuel. Whew. I like all those plays this week too.
I think you break out a 3-sided dice and
3-sided dice? Is that possible?
I don't think it is. Is it possible? It's a triangle, right? Cube? No, you can't do that.
No,
I don't think
it's less than that. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think 4 is the best you can do there.
That's interesting. Is there a way to ever do 3?
No.
You have to like curve it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You always run with Fournette over Dillon. Like I like Dillon, don't get me wrong, but Fournette's a dog. He's drafting to be a stud. He is the guy.
Dude,
he gets the
look up a 3-sided dice, dude.
Is it a thing?
Yeah. You literally have to curve it.
This is some janky ass dice, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
What the hell? Why would you ever roll something like that?
Because you can't flip a coin and you can't roll a 4-sided dice, like a little triangle dice. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, imagine that in like Catan or something. It's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I want to play Curtis Samuel. It's probably the wrong play, but that's what I want to do.
I hear you. I get you.
I'm probably doing that if I'm the fantasy owner of the team, but I don't know that it's the right play. I go with my gut a lot, though.
See, I think I would just go with Etienne. That just sounds disgusting, but
and that's probably the correct play. I think Etienne's the correct play. Curtis Samuel's what my heart is saying, and Elijah Moore is kind of out the back door. I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I just feel like Etienne can do the exact same thing, then Moore can, except probably better.
Yeah, because I think that it'll have the same amount of targets.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore may just break one for longer.
Etienne against the Colts could be okay, like if they stop the run and then they decide to dump it off to Etienne a lot. I don't know.
If Curtis Samuel could find a touchdown, you're in business. I just don't think he's going to find a touchdown. I think he's just going to be a shit ton of catches and a shit ton of yards, just like last week.
No, if Curtis Samuel finds a touchdown, then you made the wrong choice starting any
no matter what.
Guys, no matter what. But yeah. I
don't see it.
I think you just go with Etienne because
I like AJ Dillon over Leonard Fournette.
That's kind of crazy.
Fournette's injured this week, bro. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Dillon.
I mean,
feeling the Dillon.
I guess this week against the Saints maybe, but I don't know. I can't get myself to do that.
I would probably do it personally. I'm playing Fournette in one of my leagues.
He's got the upside against the Bears too, so I don't. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always starting James Conner there and Josh Jacobs, and then you come back around with a little Brees or Penny. I think. Is it dumb to start Brees over Penny?
Well, it's only 2 running backs, right?
Oh, well, we're good then.
You take James Conner and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to even think about it.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about that one.
If I did have to pick,
I think I go Brees this week. Just
I'm fading Penny more than you are, like by a lot. I think because of the Kenneth Walker edition. I think 12. The only reason I like Penny is because how productive he was with his 12 carries, whereas a lot of those other running backs were not productive with their 12 carries. There were so many mid-tier running backs that got 12 carries last week, and they all just like did shitty. Penny had 60 yards at least. He was 5 yards per carry like a champ.
I just don't like Penny against SF is my biggest problem.
I'm not a fan. Yeah, I think adding everything's gotten worse for him. He has a harder matchup. He's got an extra competition. He's got I don't know. I think it's just not the play.
He's gonna come out this week and go 100 yards and like 3 touchdowns.
He probably fucking will on like 6 carries.
Yeah. This just in, Penny 99-yard touchdown. We'll just flip it to red zone real quick, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh shit.
It's gonna be like the first play.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. In for another day. Rodgers, Henry, Jacobs, Eli Moore, Judy, Ayuk with Pitts, Green Bay defense, and Boswell. I like Boz. The Boz is beast, bro. The Boz has been my replacement for all of my shitty kickers.
I'm gonna be honest. The worst part of that team is probably.
Why don't you talk shit about the Boz? It's Ayuk. Ayuk's the worst piece of that team.
I was gonna say something, and then I realized I was being a dumbass. I thought Henry was Hunter Henry, and then I realized it was
Derek
Henry, and then I'm like, okay, never mind, we're good.
Big D Henry.
Big D, you're good.
Big old D Henry.
Left hand slants. Mike Evans over T.
Mike Evans over T with T having that coming off that concussion. Mike Evans a little shaken up too, but Mike Evans will have a great week.
I think it's Mike Evans over T regardless.
Dude, I'm almost playing Boyd over T, so clearly we're
yeah.
I think there's weeks where you could play T over Mike Evans, but not this week. I didn't realize Jacobs averaged that many yards per carry either. Like he's one of those guys that also had like not too many carries last week.
Yeah. Well, they didn't run the ball that much as a team. I think they only ran the ball 3 times last week, or 13, and he got 10 of them. But
yeah, Devontae Adams had their entire workload. Thanks, Carrot and Jared. We're almost there, man. 3 more minutes to football.
Do I bench Jonathan Taylor this week?
I mean, honestly, who else you got?
Shoot, Fonte Williams, Kenneth Walker, Burkhead.
Yeah, I'm never doing that.
Just fucking around.
There's not a situation. I would just be like, yeah.
There's never a situation. It's against you though.
That's close.
It's close.
It's close. You might want to check on Fantasy Pros. They might say something else.
Walker,
but you only got 3 minutes. You only got 3 minutes. I don't think you have enough time to check.
You might as well throw Kenneth Walker in instead.
Just throw him in.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, watch Jonathan Taylor have the worst day ever because we're having this conversation right now.
Kenneth Walker pops off for 30 fucking points.
Dude, they've got 8 guys in the box all day long.
Well, I mean that was last year. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I know. Shit. Rashad Penny, Nico Collins from Andre. It's Penny.
Yeah, it's Penny. The rest suck.
It's Penny. That's where I pick Penny.
That's where I pick Penny as well.
Ramondre could have a great day, but no.
It's funny because they came with your thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna need to lighten the workload of Jonathan Taylor this year. We're gonna get some Naeem Hines involved, and then all of a sudden
they say that every year.
They use the hell out of Jonathan Taylor, 31 attempts.
They did that shit with Najee too, right? Like,
I don't even know.
Like Najee before he got hurt, I thought he had like a shit ton of carries.
It's not workload. Gibson or J. Rob? I think you go Gibbs.
Oh, he had 10 carries yesterday, or on the last whatever. I guess he didn't have much. but he got injured when, like, it's pretty quick. Gibson or J-Rob? You go. Dude, that's so close, dude. Gibson has such a great matchup, but I like really like J-Rob.
It's the Gibbs.
Gibbs, right?
You
I think
gotta, you gotta start
you go
Gibson.
matchup.
You start Gibson 3 weeks in a row, and then after that, you start to pull back. Hopefully, I think maybe because he's got 3 good weeks in a row of just
Yeah,
matchups.
3 great matchups.
Robinson, he could do good. I have a feeling that he's going to do good, but at the same time, I would rather start Gibson, and then also it gives you another week to like look at that situation a little bit more and just double check that it's going to be a viable option each week.
Sam's got Leonard Fournette over 59.5 yards this week.
She put Waddle over Deontay. God, she doesn't listen to us. This is why we waited to answer your question.
Yeah,
It
why
doesn't
answer the
matter.
question, right? Why even answer the question? Why would you play Waddle? I don't get it.
Waddle doesn't have nearly as many targets as Deontay.
Waddle had 4 receptions for 69 yards last week.
And one of those was a long like catch that he just ran for like 40 yards and do it. You know,
And Deontay was injured, and he still put up 55 yards on 7 receptions.
I outscored them both. You gotta look at the volume. You gotta look at the
Because he had the
circumstances,
touchdown. It's
plays.
all volume, yeah.
Yeah.
Deontay had 7 receptions. Like a champ. Like, he got 12 points without even getting a touchdown. Imagine if he got a touchdown this week.
Yeah. 12 targets. Pfft, come on.
All right, it's football time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go.
I think
Oh,
Blankenship is
Blankenship.
not necessarily worth it.
Yeah, just drop him. I dropped him in mine. If he gets put on a team, then great, but it's not really going to benefit you.
Yeah, I don't think you have to hold him.
And there's so many free agent kickers early on that are solid, like because people fade certain guys like Lutz and like Boswell and like some studs. Watch whoever has a great week this week, man, and just pick up one of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'll see you boys later. Good luck this weekend.